that's a plus. Look, Michael Jordan really liked LaMelo. He may like LaMelo as much or more than anybody else in the organization. So he's going to be invested in Melo's success. He knows that they need major star power. They were 28th out of 30 teams in attendance last year before COVID hit, and fans will be back at some point, so they need somebody with some star power. But you guys, both Skip and Shannon, you know Michael Jordan as well as I know him too, and we know that he is going to challenge LaMelo. He's going to push him to see what he's made of. And if Melo's tough enough to handle it, I think it can help him become the player that we all think he can, because he's got great potential, but he's also got a ton to work on, He's got to be more engaged defensively, even just as an off-ball defender, getting his rotations right, staying alert. He's obviously got to work on his shot. He shot 25% from three-point range in Australia, so he's got to work on that. But he's not only going to be challenged by Jordan. The two best players on the Hornets are point guards. Now, they may make some trades because obviously they want LaMelo to be the man, but Devontae Graham, who was one of the most improved players in the league last year, averaged 18 and 7, played 4 years at Kansas, so there's a lot of substance to him. He's going to challenge LaMelo. Terry Rozier, now he may get traded, but we know he didn't defer to Kyrie. So you know he's not about to defer to an 18-year-old kid with 5.5 million Instagram followers. So they are going to go at Melo, and one of the questions some people have about him is he's always been in tailor-made situations. So at Chino Hills, we saw him. They played cherry-picking ball. Everything was, they didn't play defense. They cherry-picked and all that stuff. He played exhibition games in Lithuania. His high school, Spear High School in Ohio, was based around him. In Australia, the league paid him and made sure he started on his team. So how much has he really had to fight to earn things on the basketball court? I think he's going to have to fight in Charlotte. And again, if he's made of the right stuff, it'll help him become a better player and maybe reach his potential. If he's not, it could be tough for him and tough for the Hornets. So, look, I want the kid to succeed, so I'm going to say that he's got it in him to take what MJ and the Hornets dish at him, and he'll be a better player for it.
I just want you to know that I'm taking LeVar in the +5 against Jordan in the one-on-one head battle. That's all I want you to know right there, because I got LeVar. LeVar 255, 260, backing him down in the post. He already told you when he was young, Jordan couldn't stand up to him, so I know Jordan now, after like 4 of those brown liquor shots and the cigars that Skip hate, win ain't too good. So I'm taking LeVar in the +5. I agree with you. I agree, Chris. I think this is a tailor-made. I think it's really good. It's not like Jordan's going to be there day-to-day. Jordan is not the head coach. But like you said, Jordan didn't have no problem coming down. You say a little funny thing, bro, you're not that good. I wish I was playing now, because I'd have gave it to you. That's how Jordan wants to see where you are mentally. Now, Jordan get in shape and maybe go one-on-one. I don't think Jordan, I don't think he's there anymore. But how can it not succeed? And I agree with you on this. They need star power, Skip. And LaMelo is just one piece of that puzzle. But they need to hit on the guy, and hopefully LaMelo is the guy, and keep him. That's what they got to do. They got to get they got to get a Giannis. Maybe if they can land on a Giannis, Skip, and get maybe Melo can be the Giannis.
Yep.
Because Milwaukee, if Milwaukee told you they knew Giannis was going to turn into Giannis, they'd be lying. Because if they did something, they'd have moved up to the #1 spot and taken it. But
15th, right?
Exactly. But I like the pick. You knew everybody said it was top 3 guys and then everybody else after that. So we knew one of these guys, Melo, was going no worse than 3rd. Some people had him projected to go #1 overall to the Minnesota. That didn't happen. I think he landed in a good spot. Like you said, they got 2 point guards. One of them's going to have to go. Somebody's got to go, Skip. That's just the way it is, to make room for this kid. And I think I think he's made of the right stuff. His dad has instilled in him. He's made of the right stuff. I think he's going to come out with flying colors, and I think he's going to be a very good player for the Hornets.
So, Chris, for me, This was a match made in hoop heaven because these two needed each other. Let's start with Michael. No bigger fan on the planet than me of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But as a GM, he went from being the GOAT player to the worst GM in the history of basketball. And I can't sugarcoat it because he has overseen the Charlotte basketball operation for 15 years, and they made the playoffs in the Eastern Conference 3 times and lost all 3 first-round series. Got swept twice. It's just all-time embarrassing and humiliating for Michael, and he needed a sideshow. He needed a gate attraction. He needed a draw, and he got Ball in the family. And this kid, to me, as I said yesterday before the draft, he's by far the most gifted player in this very average to below average draft. He has potential greatness, but I'm not sure about his mental toughness that Shannon says MJ is about to test. I don't think you can teach killer will, but maybe you could antagonize it out of somebody a little bit. Maybe you can fire test it out of somebody. And he's about to get fire tested. He's going to get his baptism by MJ fire. And I love it that he's going to go from LeVar as his father figure to Michael as his father figure. Michael will take him under his wing. He will mentor him, but it'll be tough love. And he will get the greatest that there is out of this kid because Michael is attracted just to greatness. When he sees it, he knows it. And this kid has Lonzo's passing gift, and he has creativity that I haven't seen on the low level, the 18-year-old level, since Pete Maravich. I'm talking about just creating shots, just making them up on the fly, trying this. You got to give him the greenest light in the world and let him operate.
Now, I don't know if he's going to be getting that Steph Curry, Klay Thompson type lights.
No, I got it, but it's different. It's like he's making up shots and passes on the fly where you say, where did that come from? Some of them work, some of them don't.
Right.
He is an unbridled, unfocused, unmade talent right now, and I think Jordan will be the perfect spot for him to try to figure it out on the fly very quickly. And, Chris, all I know is next year, I can't believe I'm saying this, but for me, Charlotte is must-see TV. I will be watching LaMelo. I don't care who's playing around him, and I agree with you. How does Devontae Graham, how does Rozier? I don't know how it fits, and I don't care because at least they're relevant now as far as watchability, right?
I think the biggest thing that helps LaMelo is Lonzo. The biggest thing that helped me was I had a brother that was already in the league, told me what I needed to do. Shannon, you need to make sure you get the ice bath, and you need to do this and X, Y, and Z, and you study tape. Now, the ice bath, I was like, man, I feel good. I'm 22 years old. I don't need all that stuff. And then you're like, okay, I should have listened to him a little earlier, but I'm going to listen to him now. So he can teach LaMelo, okay, LaMelo, you're here. Hey, make sure you get that ice on your knees, get your feet in the ice tub because, hey, you on the plane and you go into the next city that same night. You got to, after shoot around, go get that nap in. So, because you're going to be playing at night. No more day games, buddy. You play it at night.
And Big Brother does play defense, and Little Brother plays none.
No. I don't know if you can teach him that. That's about want to. That's about desire.
Look, it might help him that Lonzo's kind of struggled. You know, because Lonzo, everybody thought, I mean, heck, Magic said his jersey was going to be in the rafters, in the rafters up in Staples Center. And obviously he hasn't lived up to that potential. So maybe that will help LaMelo see that, look, this is not going to be easy.
No.
And I hear you, Skip, because I want to see LaMelo play just as much as anybody else. But I think it would be wise, and I don't know if it's even kind of possible today. You know, it's a different sports landscape. But they should not rush him into the spotlight. Like, if he's not ready yet, then I think the best thing would be to make him, you know, not play him as much and make him earn that spot rather than learn in the fire. Look, we saw it. I know it was a while ago, but Kobe Bryant averaged 7 points as a rookie. You know, this kid's essentially kind of come out of high school. And most guys, other than LeBron James, didn't come out into the league and play a lot right away and do big things right away. So that wouldn't be the worst thing for him, but I don't know. Charlotte, I know they want to get him out there on the court right away. He obviously wants to play right away. I hope that's not a mistake by just handing him the keys and letting him go from day one.
Well, he's going to have to, the thing is, Skip, is that when you're this and everybody knew about LaMelo Ball before he got to the NBA. He's going to get everybody's best and brightest every single night.
Yep, I agree. But one thing about these Ball kids, they're not afraid. They're not intimidated. They've been in the fishbowl since they were like 12, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I think he can stand up to whatever the NBA is going to dish out on him.
It's just because think about what
Thank you.